Hello, I'm Hammycheez here and welcome to something completely different to what I normally do. It's a tier list. Basically, we just put things in different tiers and stuff like that. We're doing the mainline Mario games along with the RPGs and Luigi's Mansion series, most of which is on
I'm
Laser's request.
I am so sorry, guys. He is copying the U.S. presidents.
What?
What?
Were you not paying attention to the presidents making tier lists?
Oh yeah, that thing. Also, yeah,
God.
Laser's here, Hammy's here, and Gamer Raven's here.
Ugh. Also, also featuring Daz and the Lenovo ThinkPad.
Well, the viewers won't see
Oh, God.
that, but yeah, there's ads on the page, but whatever, no one's gonna see that shit.
I can't wait for them to just randomly change while you're doing the tier list.
Yeah,
Our
so
atten-
it's gonna
our
be like a
attention is no
group thing
longer
in
on
the
the
sense that we're all gonna just vote on, I guess. And we'll
No.
just,
Hmm.
and then
We're
we'll
just gonna argue. We're just gonna argue like little children.
yes. So remember all the debates with me and Laser had, and Laser and Dragon DY had? It's gonna be tons of that probably.
It's gonna be the whole video.
Oh boy.
20 hours arguing over where Super Mario 3D World should be in the tier list.
Right, so yeah, let's start with this. Right, Mario 1. How we're all feeling about Mario 1?
It's pretty good for its time. It is
Yeah.
definitely aged, but it's still a revolutionary game and it's still very solid. Not to mention, the speedrunning community has basically perfected it, and in general, it's just a treat to play.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't deserve any higher than B though, because it's still dated.
I was gonna say B as well.
Probably like the middle B.
B tier, same. I agree because yeah, it's not really aged too well, but it's still fun to play, and it's obviously it kind of saved the gaming industry for us in the West. Blame ET for
Yep.
that.
Oh my god.
The Atari version.
Yep.
Oh boy, Lost Levels.
D for dog shit.
I've never played it, so
Uh,
There were only a couple of things that were good about this. Like, it introduced a couple of different mechanics, but that's about it. In general, it's just stupid. It's something that you would see in a Kaizo game, and yeah, just, no. What were they thinking? This is artificial difficulty.
This game's too difficult to be fun.
yeah, I remember getting up to like World 2 or something and it was like really hard after that.
The things that the game requires you to do is just insane. And if you want to make the game worse, play as Luigi.
Yeah, because...
Oh yeah, Luigi had different physics back then,
yeah,
did he?
which carried over into the next entry on this list.
Alright, so D tier, we all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Sure.
The Mario 2 we got.
F.
Bruh.
F? What?
It's literally just a reskin of Doki Doki Panic.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
I still like it.
not. You know what? No, not F. A D, I guess. D or C, because it's a reskin of Doki Doki Panic, and while Japan got, the next Mario game, it's kind of just
So,
How do you feel, Laser?
So I'm gonna say C as well, but not because of the Doki Doki Panic thing. That's a whole other story that we can bring up. But the thing is, Mario 2 USA isn't really that bad. Like, in a way, it sort of makes sense. Like, the way I think of it is, well, we could theorize about this another time. But like, it did introduce several mainstays into the Mario series.
Yeah,
Like
like Shy
how
Guys
there's-
and
yeah, Shy Guys, Birdos, all that stuff. You see those, you think of Mario. You don't really think of Doki Doki Panic. Like, yeah, it's common knowledge that this game is a reworked Doki Doki Panic. However, it still feels like Mario in a way. It definitely doesn't play like a 2D Mario game. It definitely feels different. But I think that warrants the title of it being a sequel, because like it's not that difficult either, and it's not really that long.
No.
It's pretty unique, honestly, and I do wish that it brought more to the series as a whole. So I don't think it deserves to be as high as the original, because it is a bit too different of a 2D Mario game. But it's definitely not as bad as Raven is making it out to be. That's just how I think, though.
I'm gonna think C tier as well because, yeah, it's not as good as the other ones. I think it's kind of jarring how different it is, probably, in my opinion.
Was this also the one that had like more playable characters?
Yeah, it had Luigi, Peach, and Toad.
Yeah.
That's one thing I did like about Mario 2 is that it had multiple playable characters that did different things. Like Peach had the floating ability, Luigi jumped a bit higher, Toad was fast.
And all that came in like a later game.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to it.
Actually, we'll get to two of them because there were two games that are like that. But yeah, go ahead and just stick that
C
in
tier.
there.
Mario 3. This is a really good one.
S tier.
If you put it any lower than S, I will fry your head.
I agree.
It's Mario 3. Everybody knows what Mario 3 is. One of the best Mario games.
Mario 3 is really good. It's the best NES and the NES games for sure. It's not my favorite of all time, but Mario 3 is really fun. It has the raccoon leaf, the Tanuki suit, the hammer suit, the giant world. Like it introduced the different theme worlds.
Super Mario Bros. 3, everybody. I wrote a fucking essay on Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yep.
Mario could not get any better on the NES than Super Mario Bros. 3. In fact, it couldn't get any better in the whole like Mario series. I mean, it's
Mario 3, I agree, is really good. What do you think, Harry? You agree, S tier?
Yeah, sure.
And
I don't think I really have much to add to it, honestly.
The All-Stars version made it better, as did the GBA port.
Yeah, because I think that was the All-Stars one. I think that was the one I ended up playing.
Yeah, and the Advance 4 version was kind of similar, but and you had the e-reader levels.
Yep.
Super Mario Land. How do we feel about that one?
I played it for 2 seconds to check if it worked on my Game Boy. It did. I have not played it since.
I haven't played it, so I can't comment.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Say like D or C.
I was gonna say C because it's. I mean, it's fine. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
The music's fine.
I know technically I have no say in it because I haven't actually fully played the game, but I do think C is a good spot for it because it did introduce like the entirety of Sarasan Land. I think that was pretty cool, as well as there being a different princess for Mario to save instead of just Peach. And in general, for a Mario title on the Game Boy, this was a decent start.
Yeah, the music was good. The Super Ball power was a unique twist on the Fire Flower.
Oh, that is a very interesting power up. I definitely like it. I'm glad they brought back that in Mario Maker 2.
I mean, I can't agree. It's not that bad. It's just
there were better. That's it.
Yeah.
There were better.
Super Mario World, S tier in my opinion.
S tier.
Yeah.
S tier.
This is my favorite 2D Mario game. Spoiler for the rest of this list.
Which is factually wrong, but okay.
I mean, it has Yoshi as the Cape Feather.
Okay, but does it have Mario 3?
Mario 3 was the shit.
Super Mario World had secret exits. It had a world that connected with one
No,
each
Mario
other.
Mario
3.
3!
Mario 3's worlds didn't connect with one another and had secret exits. I mean,
It's Mario 3.
They do have secret exits. It's not the ones that you're thinking of, but there are secret exits. You get special power-ups and shit from the secret exits.
Yeah.
That's how you get the warp whistles. Literally.
yes. The controls in Mario World are smooth.
So are
I
Mario
will say
3.
the controls in Mario World are a little bit better than 3's.
There you go. That's the one reason I like Mario World more than 3. It's just my opinion now,
What?
sorry.
But I'm not changing my opinion. Nice try.
Me neither.
You have your own opinions, it's fine.
Rod, everyone has to have my opinion. That's it.
Everyone
We
has
all
to,
have to turn into laser.
everyone has to agree that Mario 3 is the best Mario game according to Laser.
Do it or I will talk your ears off reading this fucking essay.
Okay, anyway, Mario Land 2.
Haven't played it at all, but it definitely looks better than Mario Land.
Definitely an improvement over the first one. It's actually really fun.
I would say B.
Yeah. The carrot was a really fun power-up. Like, you could literally break the game if you wanted to, and also it had that one level in Mario Zone with that's on its crotch, which is ball-themed.
Very daring, weren't they?
Yes. I can't believe
Very
Nintendo would approve
daring.
of that. Hey, introduced Wario too.
Wario.
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 Wow.
Alright, I know this isn't technically like a mainline Mario game, but it's part of the series, so Yoshi's Island.
A.
I agree. It's a really good game.
But I think it would be A tier. I've never actually played it myself, but I definitely agree that it deserves a high ranking.
It's like one of the best SNES games. It's not better than Mario World, but it's definitely one of the best.
Oh yeah, I love its art style. It's very...
The art style is very kid-like, which makes sense given the context of the game. It's Mario as a
Yeah.
child. And Yoshi being fully playable and having all of these crazy moves, that is great. Can we also talk about the final boss and how awesome it is?
Oh yeah, Baby
The
Bowser.
final boss was lit.
It was.
I'm gonna be honest, as a kid I had nightmares about Baby Bowser being that size and just destroying my entire town, but yeah.
Okay,
my
and
God.
another game that's not really truly not part of this lineup, but is anyway because of its title, Wario Land, because it's Mario Land 3. I've never played it, so I can't.
Never
I
played
can't-
it either.
No,
I haven't.
but Hammy. Alright, well, I guess that is one. There is one game that we haven't played. Wow.
Shit.
Wow, I probably should have put a tier saying never played.
Alrighty,
Just make one that
Huh.
says never played and
I don't know how you...
add a row below.
Oh, there we go. Close, thank you.
Close it.
Oh no. Oh no. That's not right. There we go. Make it blue. I'll make it blue to send out. So yeah, none of us have played Wario Land. There we go. 64.
S.
The first 3D Mario game.
Like, there's no contest. It was S. Like,
yes, it was definitely S.
Oh yeah.
Like,
it introduced 3D platforming to the mainstream. Like, it wowed audiences when it came out. Mario could run in 3D space. He could jump. He could do somersaults and all this. People were amazed by that.
I was
And-
too.
We could do machinimas.
Yes. It spawned
very
the color
funny.
codes.
Let's use a game as a thing to make machinimas out of, and let's change Mario to look like Blue Man. Ha ha ha.
I will
Funny.
say one thing about 64. It introduced one of my favourite underwater themes in the entire franchise. Die Die Docks is such a great song.
I knew that one was coming.
What can I say? It's a great song. I know it was for Jolly Roger Bay as well, but it's considered for Die Die Docks, despite the fact that you go into that location much later in the game. But yeah, I like 64. We got a lot of replay value because of how many stars you can get and the different courses and stuff. And obviously Mario's moves, as we mentioned earlier. Anyway, Sunshine. I've never played Sunshine, so what do you guys think?
Oh boy, here we go.
Haven't played it
Controversial
yet.
Opinion time. D.
I played Sunshine for a little bit. I haven't finished it yet, but I definitely intend on doing so. However, it just feels weird. Like, when you think of a 3D Mario, you think of being free and crap. And, like, while
It's-
it does sort of establish that with the fact that you're able to see other levels, even in specific levels, because of how the entire map is structured. In general, it just doesn't play too well, in my opinion. Like, it definitely shows age a lot more than Super Mario 64, and that's saying a lot because this is a whole different console generation. In general, Mario just feels a little more slippery, and FLUDD being there just makes general movement more complicated because certain buttons are used for FLUDD and are not used for Mario's actions. Like, you can say this is a skill issue and that I haven't fully learned the game yet, but in general, I'm struggling to do the basic platforming that is expected of me when I play a Mario game. Because the movement and controls are just weird in this one.
I would have to say either D or F because, okay, look at all the Mario games. Hell, even the 3D Mario games. What is Mario? Super Mario Bros. Introduced Mario. Mario 2 basically added Shy Guys to the mix, and Mario 3 had the Tanuki suit, and Mario World had the cape power-up and Yoshi. Mario 64 introduced Mario in a 3D space. What does Mario Sunshine have? A goddamn water jetpack.
Bowser Jr.
Yeah, Bowser Jr.
Yeah, but the main thing is a water jetpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid is that? You go around cleaning stuff across the entire island just because you got thrown in jail because the inhabitants were too fucking stupid.
The piantas suck. I can say that even though I've not played the game. It's just like how they confused Sonic and Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2, but we'll get there. That's for another day.
To me, Sunshine is the black sheep of the Mario franchise because it is not Mario to me.
Well, I've got a lot of thought to keep in mind when I finally play it for the first time, eh, Hammy?
Yeah.
So,
I don't think-
Laser, Raven, where's this going?
So, I don't think it deserves D or F, but it definitely does not deserve any higher than C tier at most. Because while it does introduce like a little bit of voice acting, which is always nice in a Mario game, and the fact that it established EGAD as part of the main Mario series, and it did introduce Bowser Jr. and a couple of extra staples for the 3D Mario games going forward, in general, the controls just feel too weird and janky, and yeah, honestly, the idea of having a water gun isn't too fantastic. And I will say, the overall concept of Mario being thrown in jail because of a duplicate that looks nothing similar to him in terms of color, like even they should have been able to figure that out. No.
I thought that was
God.
stupid, and I not even played the fucking game.
I'm It has to be. I'm still saying either D or F because I think this Mario game is the worst of the 3D Mario games.
I'm just gonna put it in D because that's like in the middle, in the middle between what you and Laser think. So I think this is fair.
That's fine.
Yeah. Like, sorry, Sunshine, but yeah. 64 DS. I thought to put this in because of what the things it changes and adds.
Yeah, so changing up the Super Mario 64 formula and starting us with Yoshi instead of Mario is interesting. Because now we have two different variations of the King Bomb battle, and you're able to unlock Mario, Luigi, and even Wario in this, which is really fantastic. We have totally original levels.
Waluigi's not in this game. Don't listen to the rumors.
Oh my
And
god.
we have a bunch of mini games and stuff. We have, instead of 120 stars, we now have 150, which is awesome.
That's nice.
And I must say, some of the stages do translate well into the DS environment, and they do look well. However, a lot of the grassy environments look a little bit plain, like the Bomb Battlefield. And
a lot of the things look a lot more pixelated.
Well, yeah, that's just the DS. But can we also talk about the controls?
Using a D-pad.
The fucking controls suck.
Oh yeah.
Balls.
That was definitely like one of the weakest points of the game.
Yeah, having to use a D-pad
where
with
I
3D
was
control
going to get to.
and having a run button as well.
Mm.
Oh my god,
Like-
a run button. Yeah, you need a run button. Like, I mean, most Mario games have a run button, though. Isn't that just the action button, the same one you use to, like, use a fireball or something in most games?
Yeah.
I don't think it's... Like, yeah, for, like, the 2D Mario games, that makes sense. But for a 3D game where in the original have a run button, you just went... The only thing I could assume... The only reason why I would assume this was a thing is because you don't have the analog stick, which meant precise movement was tough. So if they had it so the D-pad would always make you run, you would end up missing very precise movements.
I guess you could improve on it by using the 3DS's circle pad.
But at that point, that's just uncomfortable and impractical.
I'm going to have to say either B or C.
I'd agree with you, Raven. What about you, Hammy and Laser?
Definitely B tier. Definitely
Yeah,
B tier.
probably B.
Yeah.
Like, I do like the fact that they added extra content, and like I could even imagine like what would it be like if all of that was in the original 64.
Yeah, but the controls obviously make it slip.
Oh yeah, minus the controls though, because that was God.
Alright, New Super Mario Brothers.
S tier.
S tier. This is the best one of the NSMB series.
Yes.
I have lots of nostalgia with this one. It was one of my favorite Mario games in my childhood.
This was the one that got me into Mario, actually.
Kind of same. This one got me really into Mario. One of my favorite childhood games ever.
It was a tie between Mario 3 and New Super Mario Bros. That got me into Mario.
But yeah, obviously, this was like a return to the 2D Mario formula. And it was really, really good. It was really fun. Like, what else is there to say about this game? I think we found another S tier, guys. Mario Galaxy.
I would
God.
say either B or C.
Really?
Wait, really?
Because the Wii sucks.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Look, playing a video
Controversy.
game. Having fun. All you do with the Wii is just wiggle waggle. That's it. It's like, come on.
Is it really that bad though?
And sometimes the cursor would just disappear. Motion controls are just a horrible thing.
I actually thought they were really good in Galaxy.
Skill issue.
It's just
God. I mean, apart from like the sensor bar, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure if I agree with that.
Same.
So like,
I mean, in
definitely
Galaxy,
see where,
it works well.
I
It's-
definitely see where Raven's coming from, but I don't think the Wii was that horrible. Because there were other ways to play the game. Like, obviously, they want you to go ahead and use the Wii Remote and the Nunchuck in order to get all those star bits and stuff. But now we also have the version in 3D All Stars, and I don't know if the Wii Pro Controller was able to be used with, well, not really the Pro Controller, but the classic controller, or the Wii U Pro Controller for, like, the
No.
Wii U. No,
No.
those can't be used?
No.
Interesting.
It had to be the Wii Remote and the Nunchuck.
I never knew that because I didn't continue playing my Wii version. I just played the one on 3D All Stars.
I'm
Yeah, 3D All Stars was what let you use the Pro Controller, and that's what I used to play through.
Yeah,
sorry,
I thought
but
it had
it's like
some sort of. I thought it had
A
some
or-
sort of extra compatibility.
I'm sorry, but it's like A or B for me because the Wii's just a huge problem with it. It motion controls
Well,
are
the-
just
well, these are words that Raven would probably would not want to hear from me, but Galaxy's my favourite Mario game of all time.
Alright, what happened to World? Did you lie to us?
what happened to
No,
World.
I said that's my favourite 2D Mario game.
What happened to Mario 3? What happened to Mario 64?
Oh my
Mario
God.
Odyssey.
I'm sorry, I just love Mario Galaxy. I love its gameplay. I love its level design. I
So
love-
after consideration, I think the best place for Mario Galaxy to go is definitely A tier.
Yeah.
Because it's not perfect by any means, especially not after the fact that I just realized that you're not even able to use any alternative methods on the original hardware. So that definitely brings it down a tier. But it's still a fantastic game when all's said and done. The orchestral soundtrack,
Oh god,
The-
yeah.
the galaxy designs, just everything about it, aside from the controls and the, Wii gimmicks, those are all great. So it deserves A at most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
A.
Rosalina's a really cool character.
Rosalina was a great character. I will say that.
Yeah. Alright, new Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh god, this one's hard.
I'm torn between A and S here because it is
Yeah,
definitely
same.
Yeah.
because it definitely doesn't hold a torch to the original. However, it does introduce 4-player co-op, and it does introduce a few gimmicks like Yoshi being there, and then it has an entire special world that you can access the levels to after you get all the star coins in a world, which I think adds a lot of replayability and play value to it. And I think that's a great way to challenge the players because those levels are not easy. Like, they could be easy if you found a way to cheese them, but in general, genuinely challenging levels. And I think that's great.
Yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
the 4-player can be a bit messy at times, though, because of the camera.
Oh
That
yeah,
and-
like
That and
Yeah.
also if you have people who hate your guts and they
Yeah.
try to ambush you and sabotage the entire game, yeah.
Yeah, and plus you can also obviously suicide yourself by pressing a button to turn into the bubble.
It's kind of like Mario
yeah.
Maker 2.
and when
Hey,
all of them go in the
everybody,
bubble,
Look,
it's like
hey everyone, I know how to win. Press the A button at the same time. What happened? We're all in a bubble. Now we all lost a life. Fuck all of you.
yeah.
I think it'll go I think it's A tier in my opinion, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it has to be A.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It works.
Galaxy 2.
Okay.
This
This
is another
one-
one that I only played for 2 seconds, so I can't say.
I think it's almost as good as the original.
I
Yeah.
think it's better than the original. I mean, you have Yoshi, you have Luigi. You could play as Luigi without having to complete the whole game.
I can see why, yeah.
It's just there's so much more added to this one than in the Mario Galaxy.
But does it control better?
I think the
No.
controls are the same for Raven. So.
They're the exact same,
Yeah.
aren't they?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think in it definitely has some improvements in terms of gameplay. But compared to the first Galaxy, Galaxy is probably stronger in story than 2.
Yeah, but both are great games. So,
Yeah, I'd probably put it next to Galaxy.
yeah, I think it belongs in the same tier as Galaxy.
I still think Galaxy's meh.
3D Land. I think this one's
Alright.
good.
I
Hear
am.
me out.
Hmm.
It is not horrible.
No.
It is not a god-awful Mario game. It's pretty solid. It's just different, and it's trying to push out the 3D gimmick. I think when the 3D slider is on, it is a fun experience, and it's definitely as generic Mario as you could get for a mainline game, aside from New Super Mario Bros., but even that had some unique stuff. But in general, it's just a fun time. There's 16 worlds instead of just 8. You're
That's
able to play as
crazy.
Luigi. You're able to play as Luigi after beating the first special world, which is great. And the worlds are not divided by themes.
Yeah, I think
Any
3D Land is
world-
very generic, but at the same time, it's still a good time.
And any world can have any sort of level themes as it chooses. And I think that amount of variety is great because because I'm pretty sure at this point we were all getting tired of seeing the same generic Mario world tropes. So having a few extra levels that did not coincide with the theme makes it really fun because you never know what to expect. This level could be interesting. This one could be underwater. This one could be underground. We could be in the sky. We could be at a volcano in the middle of nowhere. It's just fun.
It was nice to see
You
the Tanuki
never-
suit back.
Yeah.
Although it was very
it's funny
strange
how-
how it's with the Super Leaf this time. And you had to get the actual statue Tanuki suit for a separate power-up.
Yeah, it's really weird. Everyone was expecting Raccoon Mario from that, but no, we got Tanuki Mario from the Raccoon Leaf.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think you can fly with it either.
No, you could just float
No,
down
you can't.
and whip with the
You only
tail.
float.
Hmm.
So, where do we all think this goes?
Definitely not S tier. I would put it in A.
A or B?
Yeah.
A. Okay, A tier. NSMB 2. Oh boy.
Okay, this
Oh
one.
god.
This one's also not horrible. I think it's nice if you want to just sit down and play a little bit of Mario, and it gives you a little something to do if you like collecting things. You can just collect a bunch of coins. However, I will definitely say it is lackluster in a lot of other things that made the new Super Mario Bros. Series so great.
Oh, 1 minute.
Like, I think that means
Yeah.
something, but it's definitely not any higher than B.
Yeah, I would have to
Yeah,
say it-
the music is annoying.
Okay, so the music
I feel like
for
it-
New Super, the music for New Super Mario Bros. 2 is essentially the Wii soundtrack, but just add more bars and raise the pitch up an octave. Add an octave.
Yeah.
Just a note. Just a note. Raise the pitch up a little bit, add more bars, take the stuff from Wii. There's our soundtrack, everybody.
I also
was
thought
a-
it
I
was
think it
very...
does borrow
I
from
thought it was
Wii
very
quite a
strange
bit.
how in this game there's 6 worlds and like 3 special worlds. That's weird.
It was a
Yeah.
lazy goddamn attempt at a Mario soundtrack.
Also, you know those props that were used in Super Mario Bros. 3, like those blocks that looked like they had nails going into the back to sort of signify that they're props for the stage? Those are back in this game. They make no sense being there.
Yeah.
And they even look out of place.
So yeah,
They're just-
also
they're-
nice to
they're-
see the
they're just
raccoon
never
leaf back.
nostalgic.
They used the raccoon leaf correctly in this game.
Yep.
So whereas, where did we agree this goes? This game?
B.
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 I agree, because it could have been better. New Super Mario Bros. U.
I would have to say A, because it's
Yeah.
definitely not A, but definitely not any higher than I'll put it in A, but below 3D Land.
Yeah,
because
it's. I like the sound.
so
I like some of the music it brings.
it's a solid game. It changes up the formula a little bit by not taking the princess anywhere. The princess is staying in her own castle. But the thing is, everyone gets thrown out except the princess, and then Bowser takes over the entire castle. So we're
Yeah.
thrown to who knows where, and now we have to get back to where we started.
I liked
As
that.
well as that, the world themes are slightly unique, even though they're still the same generic Mario World ones. We have the
Yeah.
baby Yoshis, which have their own different abilities and stuff. We have the extra Nabbit stuff, and a couple of the level designs and aesthetics are really cool. That Vincent Van Gogh stage, top notch. Also, yes, the music is pretty great too.
Yeah.
Although the final boss is very underwhelming compared to what New Super Mario Bros. Wii did and what even 2 did, because 2 had 2.
Yeah, I agree that that painting level was really nice to look at. That was really cool. But yeah, I agree with everything you said pretty much. Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, I think it did do a little bit more unique stuff than 2, but it's still like.
Let's talk about the other side with
Yeah.
Luigi U.
S.
S?
So,
What?
hear me out. It is a fantastic anniversary title for Luigi. It's meant to give Luigi his own adventure. Every level has 100 seconds and you gotta beat it. They're short and sweet. You gotta master these levels in order to get all the star coins and reach there with enough time. Of course, they are challenging and Luigi does have his physics back. But if you decide to bring a second person along, they can play as Nabbit. And Nabbit is
yeah.
invincible, essentially. On top of that, the stages are not the exact same as the main New Super Mario Bros. U. They were made specifically for Luigi. On top
Yes.
of that, every level has at least one hidden Luigi in it. For
Oh, I
Year of-
like that.
For the Year of Luigi, and as a fun little game, I think it's top notch. As a full adventure, it definitely is lackluster compared to even the original New Super Mario Bros. U. But as a game, as its own thing, I think it's a masterpiece. And we should get more games like this for certain anniversaries. The Year of Luigi could not have gotten a better game.
This is a good time. What about
It's-
you, Raven? What do you think?
I was thinking A, but Laser does bring up some good points.
I was thinking A as well. Hammy?
We could probably do like a high A.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think
Because
Yeah, it definitely did
Laser does
bring
up
like a
some good
challenge.
points.
as well, and I also like the the Luigi Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, before we move on, I just want to say we're not doing SMBU Deluxe because that's literally just the same game, but with a couple new power up and a new character, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what's ironic, actually? This year would have actually been the 40th year of Luigi.
Oh wow! Right, 3D World.
I think that is an S tier game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely better than its predecessor.
Like,
The catsuit was really fun to use.
and just the whole multiplayer gimmick was a perfect addition to 3D World.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
They
I
made
think
it
the
better.
camera, though.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
camera can be a bit of a thing. Also, they made it better on the Switch where you could play with your friends online.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure they added some new movement options thanks to Mario Odyssey.
I honestly think that one's S.
Right, 3D World's S tier. Odyssey.
You know where Mario Odyssey goes. Go put it in S
S.
tier.
Yeah. What can we say about
Okay.
Odyssey? It's great.
What can we say about Odyssey? It's goddamn Odyssey.
Different clothes for Mario,
Yeah.
the different kingdoms you go to. Mario can transform into things with his cap.
They went hard with the soundtrack. Can we also mention that
The
Dark Souls has any other fight?
soundtrack.
Also, can we mention New Donk City? That was a
New
great area.
New
Oh, yeah.
It was a great area.
Dong City.
It was a great area, but I do wonder why they didn't just enclose the area with like fences and gates instead of putting it on like a skyscraper, because it makes it look like that entire area is on top of one giant skyscraper, and
was
that just
weird.
looks so weird, especially because cars are going down the side. Like
Yeah.
that's
Oh
my
my
only
God.
Yeah.
that's the only thing bad about New Donk City, in my opinion. It's just weird.
But still, Mario Odyssey, amazing
Fantastic game, definitely
Amazing
deserves
game.
the S.
Jump Up Superstar. That's a banger.
Really.
Alright.
Yep.
Last mainline of this list. Bowser's Fury, which was an add-on to 3D World for the Switch.
Never played it, not yet.
Me neither.
I haven't played it yet, actually.
I would say A,
Oh,
'cause-
oh, okay.
because the game's actually really good. It has like a load of like shines to collect. They have cat shines actually, and the Bowser coming out of nowhere and unleashing his rage with stuff with 100 cat shines and just Bowser coming out of nowhere to unleash his rage is one of the most panicking moments in the Mario history, because like you never know when he's gonna attack.
Yeah, I've seen my friend Timeling play this, and yeah, it looks crazy. So yeah, that is all the mainline Mario games on this list. We're moving on to the other ones. So let's start with the first Luigi's Mansion. I've never played it, so up to you
Never
guys.
played it.
I've never played it either. However, it definitely does look cool. Actually, no, I did play it a little bit. Yeah, I emulated it. So, it's definitely got the atmosphere. Like, it's definitely Luigi exploring a haunted mansion, and the atmosphere is captured perfectly. There's no music or anything. There's just eerie background noises and a few sudden jumps of instrumentation to sort of give off the vibe that you really shouldn't be here, and if you are, you should proceed with caution, which is exactly what Luigi does. And it's actually interesting because Luigi ends up encountering a bunch of different ghosts that aren't Boos. Like, of course, he encounters Boos, but he encounters actual ghosts. And this is the first time we've seen something like that in a Mario game, especially when we consider Luigi is, in general, a coward. He's facing his fears for the sake of rescuing his brother, because this is what this series is about. This is the foundation of the series. And I think it's a pretty good point. I think it's an A. I think it's S tier, honestly, because I only wish it got a release on the Nintendo Switch instead of a remake on the 3DS. Because I feel like it'd be at home for the Switch.
Have you played it, Hammy?
I think the first one is the only one I haven't played.
I'm gonna put on this tier since Laser said so. So yeah, Dark Moon or Luigi's Mansion 2 for me and Hammy. I've never played it, so
Well,
yeah.
So I think it's a B tier because like it took me so long to actually beat it because of this one boss. I have no idea if you've played it, Hammy, but there's this one boss that was just a pain in the ass. You essentially had to fire cannons at it, and it was essentially a giant hole.
God.
And yeah, it was going down a hole. It was going down in circles, and you had to fire cannons at it. And it was a pain in the ass because you only had so much time before you ended up losing a life, and it was just a pain in the ass. It took me forever to beat the game because of that. But aside from that, I think the different mansion designs, well, not really mansions, more like different area designs, are unique. We have one that's based off of an old clock tower, or like an old clock factory. We have one that's based off of an abandoned frozen mine. We have a regular manor. We have a super big and grand haunted mansion that is almost akin to the one from the first game. And I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. But the
Yeah,
thing
I
is,
think.
Dark Moon isn't necessarily open like Luigi's Mansion 3 and Luigi's Mansion 1 are. It is very mission based. It's pretty linear.
I've personally never
Yeah.
played Luigi's
I
Mansion
th-
Dark Moon, so
I think I remember struggling with the game a bit. That canon thing, yeah, I think that did bring back some memories. It was like, oh god,
So, Laser Hammy,
that
where
was
do you think this is
tough.
going to go?
I think I needed a walkthrough for it as well.
I'm gonna say B tier because although it is a solid game, and I think it brought up some interesting stuff, the fact that it's mission based instead, the fact that it's linear and mission based rather than you explore a mansion or explore these different worlds, I think that brings it down because that takes away what made Luigi Mansion so great. So I think it's a B tier.
What about you, Hammy?
Yeah, I'd probably say B.
Okay.
yeah.
The third game, also not played. But
S.
I do think it's S tier as well.
Hmm.
Like, Next Level Games did a fantastic job making a
brought
Luigi's
back-
Mansion game for the Switch.
So they brought back what made Luigi's Mansion 1 so great in that you can actually explore these areas and it's not linear. However, they amplified it up a shit ton, almost like what happened with Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. You have all these different types of ghosts that you're able to encounter. Every single floor of the hotel is different and has its own respective themes. On top of that, the amount of stuff that you can do in Luigi's Mansion 3 is fantastic. Because we have Luigi, we have the suction cup, we have all of that jazz. It's so cool. I
can
really had
agree.
fun playing Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh, maybe one day I'll have to give it a go.
Hmm.
What do you think, Hammy?
Luigi's Mansion 3 is definitely the best one of
Yeah.
the series to me.
I haven't got far yet. I think I'm like stuck on one of the bosses right now. But I'd probably keep it S maybe.
Yeah, and that's all the Luigi's Magic games. We are now moving on to the Mario RPGs,
Yeah.
starting with
Really
Mario
I'll get
RPG.
around to
quick
playing it
before-
though.
S.
Alright, so really quick before moving on, I do want to say the only thing Luigi's Mansion 3 struggles with is atmosphere. It doesn't provide the exact same feeling of atmosphere and spookiness that the first game does, but it's still really good. But yeah, Mario RPG, they're definitely next tier, even though I've never
Like, there's no contest. Like, Mario RPG was the RPG. Like, it introduced Geno, it introduced Malo, it introduced a whole cast of characters. It had an amazing story, awesome gameplay, and it felt like a solid Mario RPG.
I've never
Took what
played it,
made
so
RPG
hopefully one day I'll give it a go.
I've never played it
Yeah,
either.
I'm definitely gonna play it at some point. I'm not able to right now, but I can definitely say they took what made RPGs so great and made Mario work well with it. That's coming from an RPG guy.
I've not played much RPGs, but yeah, I'll give it a go. Paper Mario 64, the original.
I would put it as a solid A game.
Yeah,
It's a
A.
solid A tier.
Yeah, from what I played, I'd agree. I've played little of it, but I do agree with that. Like, it's a good start to the series.
Yeah, most definitely.
I probably don't have much say in the Paper Mario stuff because I only played like
Yeah, same.
maybe the first parts of each game, except for Super and Color Splash.
1,000 Year Door.
S tier.
B.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
opinions.
Let me explain.
I
Paper
can't wait for
Mario
the
Thousand Year
fanboys.
Door is overrated. Like, it's good, but it's not the masterpiece that everyone says it's so goddamn said. We had Super Paper Mario, for Christ's sake. Like, So we have Thousand Year Door. Everyone gouges at this game. Everyone, like, goes into holy god tier mode when they see this game. But it's not... But we have Super Paper Mario, and that showed to be so much better than Thousand Year Door. But everyone fucking remembers Thousand Year Door more than Super Paper Mario, because I have no freaking idea why this game is so overrated. I mean, I have no freaking idea why this game is more talked about than Super Paper Mario.
Laser, what do you think?
So, I can definitely agree with it being overrated to an extent. However, I think the reason why Thousand Year Door is more remembered and praised than Super Paper Mario is because Paper Mario was originally starting off as Mario RPG 2, so they were under the assumption that Paper Mario as a series would remain as a turn-based RPG, which is what Super Paper Mario is not. You're absolutely right, Raven. Super Paper Mario is a fantastic game. It is my favorite Paper Mario game, and I have 100% completed it, so I have every right to say that. But the Thousand Year Door, I can definitely see the charm in it. It took what the original Paper Mario did and made it so much better. Like, it looks better. The writing is definitely a lot better. And the stylish mechanics, getting the audience's approval in order to use all those things, I think that's great. Not to mention, the soundtrack is a banger, and I definitely enjoy the plot and having all of those little intermissions where you're able to go from being Mario to Peach to Bowser every now and then. I think that's a nice touch, and it keeps the flow of gameplay from going too stale. A majority of it is with Mario, obviously. And I think the partners in the Thousand Year Door are a little bit better than they were in the original, especially because we have Yoshi in the Thousand Year Door, which made movement much less tedious.
But
It's
we
definitely
have
not
2D to 3D in Super Paper Mario.
It's definitely not a perfect game, but it's definitely at least an S tier, because as a game itself, it is very solid. If we were to judge the fan base's involvement, then yeah, it would definitely go in C, because it doesn't deserve every little bit of praise that it gets. It's not perfect by any means.
So, Laser thinks S, Raven thinks B.
Let's just stick it an A.
Stick it in A, in between. Okay, we've talked about this before, but this is the one I played. This is one of the few Paper Mario games I played. This is a good
S.
play one.
Yes.
It's the best one of the Paper Mario
yeah.
franchise.
It was so wacky.
Like, the story, the characters, just everything about it felt like an actual RPG.
Do you agree, Hammy?
Oh god, I don't think I have much say in this right now. Because that was like the only. I think that this is one of the few I haven't actually played.
Oh damn.
So
Yeah, so from what I played from Super Mario Bros. I didn't play all of it, but from what I did play, it was really a really good time. The 2D to 3D was really cool.
I did everything in Super Paper Mario. I got all the recipes, I got all the pixels, I did both of the Pits of 100 trials. I did everything in this game. This game is wonderful. It is a lot of fun.
Sticker
I
Star.
haven't yet to get it physically. But
Yeah, I know where this is going.
Sticker Star is an F, of course.
Yes.
Oh my god. From a top grace to a pile of shit in one game. It's ungodly. It's a question of how this happened.
So, this was when they decided to take a new approach with Paper Mario, where instead of the games being like actual fun games and having little gimmicks and stuff and just everyone being flat, now they're taking the name Paper Mario too seriously. because now they're applying it to everything. Like, we have paper physics, we now have themes and stickers, and it's just, bruh, really?
The stickers was a
is-
stupid gimmick.
This
It was
is
like-
a new formula that carried on into Color Splash and Origami King to an extent. It's
like,
definitely
oh,
not-
hey, what should we add to Paper Mario? Stickers! No!
because these are definitely not like the classic Paper Mario games where they're unique experiences and the paper theme is just an aesthetic, not an actual part of the gameplay.
Yeah, I agree. This was not a fun game at all.
Unlike Color Splash and Origami King, which have their own unique quirks, Sticker Star is very basic. It's extremely basic. It's like 3D Land, but without the fun factor.
Agreed.
I beat it.
Yeah, I agree with the F
I beat
tier.
it. I beat it. I hate myself for doing that, but I beat it. So it goes in F tier.
So, how do we feel about Color Splash? I've never played it.
I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't played
That's-
too much of it.
honestly a little better than Sticker Star, but not by a whole lot. So I would say like D.
DJ?
I
Okay.
would say it's.
Hmm.
I would say it's a, honestly.
Say it's a what?
Just-
I would say it's a C tier, not D tier, but just C.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I think it was decent.
I'll put it in.
Yeah, I
This
think
isn't
it's-
one I've played either, but I have watched a full
I would have said
playthrough.
either C or D, but I
Oh.
think C's fine.
C's fine, yeah. I've not played it, but from what I've heard about this game, yeah, it's not
I have
very
not
wrong that people say it is.
Now I have not actually played Origami King, so I will set
Me
this.
neither.
Me neither. So, Hamid, it's all yours.
Oh my god, what do I even say?
But I have heard that it is a comeback for the Paper Mario series.
I mean, it does. I guess it does look like one. Because I only, like. I think I've only got as far as, like. One of the first bosses.
I've only seen. Yeah, once again, I've only seen my friend Timelink stream this, so from what I've seen, it looks fine. The battle system looks kind of. I don't know how to describe it. Basic?
I mean, it doesn't look as limited as it did in, like, Color Splash and Sticker Star. But, like, I think the way you move in the battles was a bit weird. Like, I think it took me a while to figure out how to actually get close to the boss and actually do all of the moves on it.
So where should we put this?
Maybe we could put it next to Color Splash,
Okay, yeah.
but just slightly above.
Yeah. Alright, moving on to the Mario and Luigi series, starting with Superstar Saga.
S.
tier.
I agree.
It's Superstar Saga.
Yes.
It's really
What
good.
more can you say?
Superstar Saga was so good. It was introduced, the formula of Mario and Luigi working together.
It was a perfect way to do a Mario RPG.
It was. What else can we say? The soundtrack is good. The Beaming Kingdom was a fun area to explore around, and the battle system was really good. And yeah,
Like, the first 3 Paper Mario and Luigi games, all S to me, because they are really fucking good.
Partners in Time. I've never played this one, so
Alright. So I will object to Partners in Time being an S tier, only because the way they handled bros attacks in this game is dog shit. You had to actually buy the bros items in order to actually use them in combat, which really sucked because
Now
if
that
you
you
didn't know
mention
what
it,
you
yeah.
because unless you know what you're going up against, you're probably just gonna go for some bros attacks that are in the shop, and then you're gonna use up all your coins there, and then they're gonna be absolutely useless. because you weren't aware that this boss was not very affected by that.
Yeah,
So-
Partners in Time would be A then.
It would be an A tier because the atmosphere is definitely there. I do like the idea of time travel and saving the Mushroom Kingdom from aliens, with both time periods joining forces in order to go against these foes. And in general, it's just great. Like, in Superstar Saga, you fight Cackleta's heart, but in Partners in Time, you fight the little queen of aliens, the elder queen of all those shroobs, and the amount of weight that is on Mario, Luigi, Baby Mario, and Baby Luigi's shoulders is tremendous. Because if they fail there, everyone's gone. Everything is doomed. The entire kingdom is going to be taken over. Princess Peach is already knocked out cold. It's just fantastic, and you could definitely sense it because unlike other games where the final battle theme is filled with like this epic soundtrack that makes you feel like you come all this way, you can do anything. This one is slow and sorrow and just in general intimidating because of how dangerous and how serious this moment is. No Mario and Luigi game has come to doing that. I feel like if any game deserved a remake, it would have been this one. Superstar Saga got one, so I'm not counting that. But Bowser's Inside Story got one, it didn't need it. Partners in Time needed it.
Yeah.
Bowser's Inside Story, however,
Ooh.
has to be S. Like,
Yes.
there's no fucking contest with that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it is an amazing game.
It is. It's phenomenal. It's the first one that
It's
played on
the
the
best
series.
Mario and Luigi game of the series.
It is. You could play as Bowser.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
amazing.
Also, Forfa was a great villain in this game.
Yeah,
he was. He was the one who returned from Superstar Saga, wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
He was just the assistant in Superstar Saga. He was a badge dealer in Partners in Time, from what I remember. And in Bowser's Inside Story, he made his comeback as the game's big villain, which is
And I-
fantastic. That's
And I
character
love that. Bringing back
Yeah.
villains, bringing back minor villains to make them the major villain in their comeback.
Oh, yeah. That was really good. That is a really good game. Very fun. Definitely agree it's the best in the Mario G series. Dream Team.
I would say
F.
F?
Really?
Really? It's not
Oh
that bad.
no.
Oh, I can't remember which one. It might have been Paper Jam that I was thinking of F because I saw gameplay of Paper Jam and I thought it was crap. But Dream Team, C or D?
I'm gonna say B, honestly, because
Hmm.
it is definitely not one of the best Mario and Luigi games, but it's still pretty solid for what it is. The idea of
Yeah, I
being
would have
able
put
to
it in
go-
like the middle somewhere.
Yeah, because the idea of being in Luigi's dreams and having all these different options for like moves and stuff, it's just great. Not to mention with the touchscreen, you're able to influence the dream world in ways that we've never seen. And while Bowser's Inside Story definitely introduced giant battles, I feel like Dream Team handled it the best because now we see Luigi growing giant, even though it's just Dreamy Luigi, but we see Luigi growing giant. And I think that's just great because now we have a giant Luigi, whatever the dream wants to throw at him. And I think that's just fun. Not to mention, I feel like the battles and the cinematography of it, it's just fantastic. Also, character growth. Luigi has a lot of character growth in this game, even if you don't see it.
Yeah, obviously.
From the start of the game, Luigi gets scared in the real world when he's dreaming and something grows giant. But at the very end of the game, the final giant battle is against Bowser. And instead of cowering in fear, he smiles and lowers his cap, ready to get ready to grow giant. That is just great.
Yeah.
He's faced so much shit throughout that adventure that now Bowser doesn't even scare him anymore, and he's ready to team up with Mario to deal with this bitch. It's such a great moment, and I love it.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah, I
Starlo-
like that.
Although Starlo is still being a bitch.
Oh god.
Do you have anything else to add, Hammy?
I mean, I think the only thing I didn't like was like the gyro controls in the giant fights.
I will say that is a bit that is a pain in the ass, and some of the bros attacks required it too.
I would like to add the music actually. I think a lot of the music is very beautiful.
I agree, yeah.
Especially the Somnon Woods area.
Yes.
God. Just thinking about it now just makes me want to look up that song.
So, what are we thinking?
So where
Again,
are we thinking?
I'm sticking with B.
We could probably do either B or A? Low A?
Raven wanted it lower.
I feel like A would be too high for Dream Team because, again, the gyroscope controls.
I would
That
have
does
to.
Fair
definitely weigh it
enough.
down a bit.
I would have to say C.
Well, the majority... I'm going to put it in B because that's what the majority was, so...
Yeah. Like,
Well,
I
it's in
do
the
think
middle.
it's a little bit underrated, but, you know, it's still...
It's in the middle, yeah.
I was putting
Paper
it in like
Jam.
the middle ground. Paper Jam is F.
Okay. I could definitely understand why you would think Paper Jam is F. I am honestly under the opinion that yes, Paper Jam could have been a whole lot better. Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario initially had so much creativity and uniqueness to them that stripping it all away for basic stuff is kind of defeating the purpose of Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario as well. That's why Sticker Star flopped. However, I feel like the reason why they toned it down wasn't just because Miyamoto wanted only Nintendo Mario stuff in there. I feel like it was because the gimmick for this Mario and Luigi game was the paper stuff. We have all these paper constructs thrown across the map. We have paper enemies, Paper Mario, Paper Luigi's chilling out somewhere. There's paper everywhere. I feel like that's where they were going with this. And while I would have liked to see Fawful and Dementio team up, let's be real, that would have been a mess. And that would have been the magnum opus of Luigi and Mario as a whole. However, I feel like what they did was pretty solid. Some of the music is still pretty great. Some of my favorite Mario and Luigi tracks are in this game. I feel like the controls in this game are pretty smooth. The visuals are nice as well. The story is pretty bare bones, but I'm gonna be honest here. I do think that a few of the cameo appearances are pretty great here, and getting Toads is just not fun for one Bros attack. But I do not think it's an F tier game. I think it is B or C.
I'm sorry, but I'm still gonna say F because it could have been so much better, but it just it fell flat. The execution was so poor.
I think I want to say C.
I do like the idea of the entire paper world being in a book. I think that's nice.
I have never played it, so I can't really say, but
I think sorry.
I guess I'll put it in C because of what everyone... Because it's kind of like the middle ground.
I feel like it would be fair to put it in D tier because he wants it in F and me and Hammy wanted it in C, so I think putting it in D would be fair.
Okay. I mean, it's not as bad as a Sticker Star, obviously, but yeah, it could have been.
Well,
better
yeah,
than what I've
I
seen.
think
Okay, yeah, it's not.
It
definitely
does feel like a
bad as
normal
Sticker
Mario
Star. I
game,
mean,
though.
Sticker Star was the worst.
Yeah, literally no Mario game is as bad as Sticker Star. They really fucked up with that one.
The execution for Sticker Star was horrendous.
Alright, we've got 2 games left, and they're both remakes. First is the Superstar Saga remake, Bowser's Minions.
Okay, this I feel like it would either be a high A or an S tier because it is Superstar Saga again, but it's just better. It plays a little bit better. A lot of the things are like a lot of the mechanics are better, and in general, the soundtrack really well done. Yoko Shimomura did a fantastic job reimagining the original Game Boy Advance soundtrack. A lot of the music sounds so good. And honestly, I know a lot of people really hate the extra modes in the remakes. I think the Bowser's Minion saga isn't horrible. I think it does a decent job of what it's trying to do. I just wish it wasn't boring. I do like the idea of regular Bowser minions wanting to group together and have their own army, and they become captains. I think that's interesting character development because the main character in that is a Goomba. A Goomba. That's just cool. Because a Goomba managed to round up an entire army and get through all these challenges to prove himself worthy of being a captain. We're almost done with the tier list, Mike.
We were almost done with the tier list, and then you decide to join. This is how extremely late.
What the? Oh my god, Mike!
Terribly sorry I'm late. Oh god.
Like 2 hours late.
No, just an hour. An hour and 15 minutes.
Oh god.
But still, it is.
Although, do you agree with everything on this tier list so far, Mike? This is what we got so far.
Well, I would put the Galaxy games on S tier because of the soundtrack and level design.
Well, we can't really change it because Raven wanted it lower.
That's fine.
We're trying to keep everyone's opinions regarded in consideration. So
the first Mario Bros. Game on B tier, well, it did start the whole Mario, the whole Super Mario series, unless you count the Donkey Kong arcade game.
Nope.
No.
No.
But yeah, we're currently on about the Superstar Saga remake.
The Superstar Saga remake. I would put it on A tier. Because, well, I would say the Bowser's Minions story actually expands the whole...
I personally never played the remakes.
Me either.
I've only played one remake of it.
I didn't bother with Bowser's Minions or the Bowser Jr.'s stuff.
I 100%ed the Bowser's Minions stuff, but I'm not going to be doing the Bowser Jr. stuff.
Because I only played, the main part of the games.
Yeah,
during the remakes.
I don't even have Bowser's Inside Story DX, but I'm going to get it at some point, and when I do, I'm not going to play the Bowser Jr.'s quest thing, because there's no reason for it.
So...
Because honestly, here's the thing. Bowser's Minions actually had a reason to exist. It was them trying to figure out what happened to Bowser, and they saw Bowser going through all those different stages of the game, and it provided a lot of background info that we never got in the main. So Bowser's Minions had a reason to be there.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like with all things considered, it goes in at least A. However, the next one deserves C for multiple reasons that I will get into right now.
Right.
For one,
this is the last game on the tier list. Bowser Jr.'s Journey, the Bowser's Inside Story remake.
For one, Bowser's Inside Story did not need a remake. It did not need a remake.
No.
Yeah, it didn't.
So it's pretty clear they only chose Bowser's Inside Story because the original sold well, and they were running low on pocket money because Dream Team was mid in terms of sales. Paper Jam was almost a complete flop because to many people it ruined Mario and Luigi. And the Superstar Saga remake only really appealed to those who have only just now learned about Mario and Luigi, or are people who were nostalgic over Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga and wanted to give it a try. Because they wanted to see if it was better than the original. Bowser's Inside Story is beloved. It is the best Mario and Luigi game, period. So they thought, let's go ahead and remake that. But the thing is, more people would love it if they remade Partners in Time. Because Partners in Time had a lot of problems that I went over. Even though it was a great game, concept-wise, in terms of like the design and stuff, there were still quite a handful of problems that would have benefited from a remake.
Oh, definitely.
And like I said with Superstar Saga DX and the Bowser's Minions thing, that had a reason to be there. Bowser Jr.'s Journey did not. There was no reason to include that. The only difference now is that you have Bowser Jr. as a captain, and you can have 2 captains at a time. Great.
And
Fantastic. Awesome. Put that shit in C tier.
Alright, I've never played it, so yeah, I'm gonna go for C tier.
I
Yeah.
haven't played the remake, only the original version.
I will also add that the few that like most of the arranged soundtracks for this game are pretty great.
Yeah.
And I do love the new music for like the Darkstar X fight. And,
Oh yeah, I was gonna
the-
point that one
yeah.
out actually.
Yeah, and,
Yeah, I was
and-
gonna
and
point
the,
that out
and
as
the
well.
Fawful fight. Those two got their own tracks. I think that's great. But in general, just it's a C tier game. I'm sorry. I love Bowser's Inside Story. I wish the remake was better. I wish it wasn't remade at all right now. I wish it was Partners in Time that got remade. But unfortunately, that's not where we are today.
Nope. Today,
So,
Yeah.
Alpha
I
Dream
stand- I
is
stand
now
to-
no longer in business.
Yeah, it's
Which I think is sad, honestly.
yeah, it's dead.
Uh,
Yes, and yet I had weird dreams where Mario and Luigi, the Mario and Luigi series, had multiple other installments, like Bowser going to the grocery store to grab some milk or something like that.
What the fuck?
I know.
Why
it
you
sounded pretty-
memeing? Why you memeing? This is a
It's-
serious tier list.
I know. I had very bizarre dreams.
oh god.
This is everyone. This is the tier list, everyone.
Yeah.
I think this looks good. I agree with pretty much all this.
I think it's
I'm
solid,
sorry.
and I'm glad. And I think it's solid, and I'm glad that we took everyone's opinion into consideration.
Me too. This is what
Yeah.
I wanted, to make sure everyone had a say in everything.
I'm sorry I was horribly late for this thing, this tier list. Hopefully
Don't
I
worry.
won't be late again. If I am, then I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you.
It's
Yours.
fine, Mike. You're usually always somewhat late to anything.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I would put Galaxy games in S tier, but A tier is fine.
Yeah, the Galaxy games has potential, but the chances of it having a Galaxy 3, I don't
Low.
know.
Very low.
Beyond
Oh, God.
low.
Who needs Galaxy 3 when Odyssey exists?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're probably asking for an Odyssey 2 now.
Oh, I'm asking for a Galaxy 3. And I have an idea for a story for Galaxy 3 if you're interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's basically it takes place. I think it combines all the ideas from the Galaxy ideas from Nathaniel Bandy
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah.
and my bizarre ass dreams, where the main antagonist is a silhouette of Bowser, and with the white glowing eyes. I don't know what his name would be. I was thinking it would be Kage, which
Oh.
is a Japanese translation to shadow.
That's interesting.
And he's literally the size of Godzilla. And he wants to annihilate all of existence for some reason.
Huh. Nice.
And of course, Bowser teams up with the Mario Brothers. And they assembled their own Starfleet consisting of Starship Mario, the Comet Observatory, the Star Shrooms, the ones like the Toe Brigade pilots, and the Odyssey from the Super Mario Odyssey game.
Yeah, wow. I definitely agree
Yeah.
these all go in S tier. These games are the best Mario games you could play. So
Yep.
if you've not played any of these games, give them a go.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And don't play Sticker Star. That's shit.
Just stay away from Sticker Star. Sticker Star is shit. Sticker Star is dog shit. And it needs to be eradicated off the face of the earth. And I will destroy every copy if I can.
A tier is
getting my
similar to
Sticker star, more like shitter star.
A tier is similar to S tier in the sense that give these games a go if you want. These games are really great too. B tier
I
is
would
like
start with
B tier is like give them a go. These are good times.
C tier.
C tier is like
eh,
maybe,
up to you.
sure, why not? D's you don't have
Tier,
to.
it's up to you if you want to play them or if you want to try them out or not.
But get ready because Lost Levels is hard, Sunshine's weird, Paper Jam's underwhelming.
And then there's Sticker Star.
Yes.
Never play it, ever. Don't play it. Just throw it in the fire.
And then there's Wario Land, which none of us have played, so it's not even on this proper list.
I played Wario.
Sorry,
Land
Wario.
before. I played Wario.
You play Wario Land?
Oh,
Mike?
shit. Oh, shit.
Only the 4th installment from the Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
Oh, never mind then. We was like, oh my god, Mike's played it. Where does it go?
And a couple of WarioWare titles.
Yeah, but those aren't part of the
They're
game.
spin-offs.
That's not part of the-
Yeah, they.
Nearly an hour and a half for this.
The only reason why this one's on the list is because it's Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land.
Yeah. That's also the reason why Yoshi's Island is here.
Like, if we had an S++ on this tier list, only game.
Mario 3!
Mario 3.
And of course, Mario World is another great title, which is
I'm sorry, I like Mario World more Raven and Laser.
Okay, but is it Mario 3? I don't think so. Change your opinion right now.
It's not Mario 3, bitch!
Oh my god.
Yeah, Hammy, play Mario 3. Again.
Okay.
I almost forgot you already played it, never mind, sorry.
Yeah. I think I just played the first world though.
Then play
Oh,
more.
well, Mario 3?
He's
Yeah.
only played the first world.
Hammy, beat the game. Beat the game, please.
Alright,
already-
fine.
I already speedrun through both two versions.
Probably speed ran it terribly then.
Oh my god, Raven.
Raven is literally a Mario 3 speedrunner, it looks like.
I never speedrun in my life. I'd probably not be very good at it anyway.
The only games that I have ever participated in anything remotely close to a speedrun isn't actually a speedrun. It's just a thing to get achievements for Shantae games. I know in the recent Shantae games, Pirate's Curse, Half Genie Hero, and Seven Sirens, you get special screens if you beat the game under a certain time, and if you do it 100% under a certain time, and you get achievements for those.
I have never
Shantae.
speedrun a game.
Either. So,
I have.
Did
Thanks
you
for
have
tuning
fun?
in this.
But yeah, I think since now the tier list is done and we're all satisfied with it, we've got all our opinions in. This might be a good place to call it. So,
Yep.
thank you all for
Yeah.
joining us on this crazy journey, and maybe we could do this again.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do the Sonic games next.
Oh god.
Boy.
I can't wait for that. We're gonna be
Oh
arguing
no.
so we're
I
gonna be
actually
arguing so much.
I actually made some joke tier lists.
But yeah, thank you all for
Relating to
watching, and
gaming.
see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.